So welcome back to FPL BD, and I'm back after quite a long time, and I'm recording a video maybe after 1 or 2 or 3 days maybe. So finally, Game Week 3 is over. Now I'm back with the Game Week 3 buy, sell, keep, avoid video. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you have already subscribed, thank you so much. Let's jump into this video. Before jumping into the video, I just want to tell you what this video is all about. In this segment, I talk about players whom you can buy, sell, keep, or avoid. And in each section, I talk about three players from three different categories. Like in buy section, I will talk about three players, one from forward, one from midfield, and one from defenders. So this will go on into the next sections as well. So let me start the video, and I will start the video with Game Week 3 buy section. So in this section, I will talk about three players whom you can buy in this week without any hesitation if you can buy. And I will talk about three players from three different positions. So the first player is a player from the forward position, and it's Ivan Toney from Brentford. He's 7 million of price, and in last two games he has one goal and two assists. So he has returned 8.5 points per match, which is pretty good, and his upcoming fixtures are quite easy. And comparatively his previous fixture, I think the fixture is definitely easier because the first two fixtures were not that easy. Maybe you can consider Manchester United easier one, but I think Leicester was quite a moderate fixture, and he still performed in that match. He performed in the last match. He is the penalty taker. Upcoming fixture is good for a long time. So I think if you are looking to switch to a three forward formation, or maybe if you want to downgrade your current forward, I think Ivan Toney is an excellent option at 7 million price. He is not that much of price. He is not premium, or he is not even that much cheap. So you have other options to switch if you want to switch later in the season. So I think he is a moderate player with a moderate price. So if you want a new forward in your team, I think it should be Ivan Toney in this game week. So the next player is from a midfielder position, and he is none other than Rodrigo Moreno. The guy just scored 3 goals in first 2 games, and he is currently the top scorer of the league as well. So he's just 6.1 million of price. He was 6 million, but now he had a price rise yesterday. So he's 6.1 million now, and he has scored 3 goals already, and he's averaging 11 points per match in this season. He had one double digit, and in the next week, even though he has Chelsea, but it's a home fixture, and I think he has the potential, and Leeds as a team has a potential to score against Chelsea. And even if not, I think at least it's good to have a good player in your team rather than players like Pedro Neto or Leon Bailey, who has easier fixtures, who might have easier fixtures, but still I would prefer Rodrigo over them. But if you need to take hit for Rodrigo, I won't suggest to do that, because the fixture is also tough, quite tough, and you are taking a hit. So even if you return 6 points, it is basically just two. So I don't think this makes any sense. And if you take a hit and he does not perform in this week, I think the hit goes to vain. So I will say, if you have free transfer and you want a new midfielder in someone's place, then Rodrigo Moreno is an excellent choice. But if you don't have free transfer, maybe you can get him later in game week 4 or after that. So in the defense position, I have Nathan Ake from Manchester City. You might be a little surprised that I have him over Kyle Walker. I think Kyle Walker is an obvious buy option. Whoever wants to develop on City defense, I think they will go for Kyle Walker. So it's not even a question. If you want to go for Kyle Walker, then you can go for Kyle Walker. But I am putting Nathan Ake in this list because some people has confusion, and I think Nathan Ake is slightly better than Kyle Walker at this position, because both of them are of same price. Even Kyle Walker is now 5.1 million. Nathan Ake is still 5 million, but Nathan Ake has more attacking threat because he goes to the box in in any kind of set pieces, whether it's a corner or free kick or something else. So he has a good heading ability, and he scores some goals in every season. So I think with the clean sheets, along with the clean sheets, if one goal comes in a week, it will be a big haul for a defender, like 12 or 15 points. So I think that week will be a big haul for whoever has Nathan Ake in the team. But for Kyle Walker, I don't think there is a possibility of something like that. Yes, he might provide some assists, maybe two or three in the whole season, but I don't think that's a lot, and he doesn't provide many bonus points as well, which Nathan Ake offers better. So I think with the similar price, or not similar, I mean, it's almost like same price. I think Nathanaka is better, even he's zero point 0.1 million cheaper now. And as far as the risk is concerned, I don't think there is any risk at all, at least for now, because Aymeric Laporte is injured. Stones hasn't been playing for a long time. Yes, he came on as a sub, but not for Nathan Ake. He was subbed on for Ruben Diaz. And actually, Nathan Ake has been the best City defender in this season till now. They have played 3 games, one against Liverpool and 2 in the Premier League. And Nathan Ake had been excellent in all those games. And I think he's pretty nailed on starter in every game. And there is no risk at all. Maybe he's 99.99% certain to be a sure starter. So that's 0.01% risk. I think you can take the risk. I mean, at 5 million, he's worth the risk. So these are the 3 players from buy section for this week, and now I will move on to the game week 3 sell section. And in this segment as well, I will talk about 3 players from 3 positions whom you can sell this week. I mean, these are the players whom you don't need to hold on to any longer. If you want to sell them, you can sell them. So the first player is Callum Wilson. As I said, if you want to sell them, you can sell them. I mean, there are some players, there are some weeks when I will say that don't sell this player now. Hold on to one more week. But this is not a segment whom where I'm saying that you must sell this player. I'm just saying you if you want to sell that player, there is no harm in that. So Callum Wilson is in that list as a 7.5 million forward. I think he was. I mean, moderate, as he scored 1 goal in the first week, but no goal or assist in the second match. Even no goal or assist from his team in the last game as well. So he returned only 1 goal in 2 matches, 4 points per match, no double digit. And he has Manchester United and Liverpool both in his upcoming 3 fixtures. So in the next 3 weeks, maybe you can expect a return in only 1 week, maybe at max 2, but the possibility of that is very low. So I mean, at 7.5 million, you should expect more, and you should have more points. Even Ivan Toney is returning more points, who is much cheaper than him, and his fixtures gets easier, as I already discussed in the previous section. So I think it is a perfect time to switch from Wilson to Toney, as Toney is the man in form, and he's quite consistent when he is in form. So I think if you want to sell Wilson, you can go for Ivan Toney right now. Okay, the next player is the red hot topic, Pedro Neto. I said to keep him in the last week because they were having Fulham at home this week, and I just wanted to give this guy another chance, but he failed, and he failed big time. And I mean, I was furious at him because he had a chance to score in this week where the goalkeeper was out of position and he was in the box. He could have just touched the ball and flick it into the goalpost, but rather he chose to pass the ball to his another teammate when he had an open box in front of him without a goalkeeper. So it could have been a goal, but I think if you want to change this guy, you can change this guy. I think I have put the wrong fixture here. He has Tottenham up next, and then Newcastle and Bournemouth. So fixtures are not that difficult, but this week is definitely a tough one because Tottenham, that too in an away match, will not be easy to score a goal considering a player like him. But if you have a different player, I mean, if you can't replace him without hits, and you can just put him on bench and then again play him in the Newcastle and Bournemouth fixture, and then he has Southampton as well. But I won't suggest that because I think we have now good replacements with slightly more money. Martinelli is 6.1, then Rodrigo is 6.1. Uh, Even Da Silva at 4.6 million looks quite good. I will talk about him later, but I don't think Pedro Neto is the right choice right now because he's not returning points. He's just returning 2 points per match, which any midfielder can return. Maybe even Andres Pereira is doing the same. So why invest 1 million extra on him? I mean, you can invest a bit more and you can get lots of returns. So I think it's time to sell him now. So the last player from sales segment is a defender, and he is none other than the Liverpool fullback Andrew Robertson. Just the Liverpool versus Crystal Palace match has been finished, and I am recording this video. So Liverpool has lost the clean sheet once again. So no clean sheet for Liverpool in last two matches. Even in the Premier League, they had no clean sheet in the last four matches of Premier League as well, as far as I remember. So no clean sheet for Robertson once again, no attacking return. He just returned 2 points in the first match and 1 point. Sorry, 1 point in the first match and 2 points in this match. So he's averaging just 1.5 points per match, where 5 million defenders, 6 million defenders, 5.5 million defenders are returning pretty much consistently 6 to 7 points. Even 4 million Neco Williams is returning more points. So I think it's quite frustrating for Robertson owners to hold him any longer. And as Liverpool defense are not looking in great shape, considering Ibrahim Konate is injured, Matip is injured, so only Van Dijk is there. He will most probably play with Gomez or and Nat Phillips. So I don't think now Robertson is worth 7 million, as they're not keeping clean sheets and Robertson is not giving any attacking return as well. So I think it's time to sell him and make some money to invest in your mid or maybe in your forward as well. And yeah, if you have both Neto and Robertson, I think you can sell both of them, downgrade Robertson, and then upgrade Neto to someone like Martinelli or Rodrigo, or even maybe some better ones. So those are the three players whom you can sell this week if you want. And this is the game week 3 keep sections. In this section I will talk about three players whom you should keep another week at least before selling. So the first player is from forward position, and I think I think I did not update the stats after yesterday's match because Harry Kane scored a goal, I mean a late goal after the dramatic London derby against Chelsea. So yeah, he scored a goal and he returned 8 points as far as I remember. So 10 points in two matches, 5 points per match, and he has Wolves at home, which is a fantastic fixture. Then Nottingham Forest and then West Ham. So I think in the next three fixtures, I would personally prefer Harry Kane over Erling Haaland. So these are the fixtures where Harry Kane can literally score double digits, and even you can consider him captaining. So this is really not the fixture to sell him. Doesn't matter whether his price drops or not. Price doesn't matter, your points does matter. If he returns points, his price will increase again, and you can't cope up with that budget. So just don't look at the prices. Definitely keep Harry Kane if you have him. And even I said in the last game week that just after the Chelsea game week his fixtures are good. So if you can't Kane to Haaland directly, don't take a hit for Haaland. Just stay with Kane. And now I am saying that he's like one of the best players for upcoming 3 weeks. I mean, one of the best forwards, if not the best. So definitely keep him and don't sell him. And I think you will get the returns in next 3 weeks. The midfielders section is quite I mean frustrating because not many midfielders are returning points. Only the ones who returned points in game week 1 are the ones who returned points in game week 2. So there are not many options, but still I would suggest to keep Bukayo Saka because this guy is a good player. Even though Jesus and Martinelli are being the lead or main attackers for Arsenal, this guy is also having his game. He is creating chances, taking a few shots, and he has Bournemouth, Fulham, and Villa in next three fixtures. So I think at least in one of those game weeks, I think you will get a big haul, like a double digit maybe. That's my gut feeling. But apart from that, I think his statistics are not that bad. He's creating chances, so the chance of getting assist is still there. He's taking shots, and most probably he will be on penalty as he did not score any goals. So just as soon as Arsenal gets a penalty, I think Bukayo Saka is gonna be on the score sheet. So I don't think selling Saka before Bournemouth and Fulham game is that wise. So I would suggest to keep him for at least these two game weeks. And if he does not perform or return points in any of these two game weeks, then you can sell him before the Aston Villa match. So I think you should keep him for another 2 week at least. At least if you don't see that there is someone performing so much better than him in the same price range or in less price. So for now, I don't think any other 8 million midfielder is that much performing. Foden has got a rotation issue. Madison is not in his best form, but yeah, he's in good form. I think he's just similar to Bukayo Saka. So there is no need to waste that transfer. Same goes for Luis Diaz, even though he scored a stunner. Kulusevski, I'm still not convinced with him. I want to see him for another week, another match, how many minutes he gets. So I don't think there is not any nailed on 8 million replacement. So I would suggest to keep him for another week now. So the next player is from a defender section, and he is none other than Trent Alexander-Arnold. In the previous section, in Game Week 3 sales section, I have put Robertson, but now in keep section, I have put Trent Alexander-Arnold. So basically, the thing is, if you have both Robertson and Arnold, I would suggest you to sell one and definitely sell Robertson, not Arnold. If you have only one, still I would say that keep Arnold, because this guy is so good. I mean, just before some minutes in the Crystal Palace versus Liverpool match, he was on second. He was second in the BPS to receive 2 bonus points till the 95th minute maybe. This guy didn't score any goal, didn't provide any assist, didn't even keep clean sheet, and still he was second on BPS. So just imagine how good this guy is, even though he received 1 bonus points in the last moment because Harvey Elliott overpassed him. So I think he's very good, and you don't need to sell him at all. I mean, at any point of the season, he can return a big haul. He can return consistently in every week. He can return against the big teams, and when he gets those clean sheets, I think he will definitely give you so many bonus points. I mean, even if he does not provide assist or goal, he will give you so many bonus points that the 7.5 million is totally worth it. You just have to have some patience with him and give him some time. Maybe in the next 1 or 2 weeks, he is going to return some good points. So finally, Game Week 3 avoid section. I think a lot of people gets confused with this section. I mean, when I put a player in avoid section, this doesn't mean that that player is a bad player, that player is a bad fantasy asset, or you should never buy him. I'm just saying that before buying him, at least watch him for another week, or maybe don't buy him in this week, decide in the next week. So this avoid section is just for this week, not for every week. Just like for an example, in the last week I have put Mitrovic in the avoid section in forward, and so many people question me why I put Mitrovic in the avoid section. He scored 2 goals against Liverpool. He's just 6.5 million. Just see what happened. Fulham didn't even score any goal. Mitrovic missed a penalty. No goals, returned minus points. And this is what he does in every season when he comes back to Premier League. He's I mean, he might have done better in Championship. He might do better in Premier League. But I said that before taking him, just watch another or maybe two game weeks. And now I don't think anyone will buy Mitrovic after that minus 1 point, because now they have lost confidence in him. So now I will say once again to watch him for another week. This is what avoid means. And same went for Kulusevski. I said that before buying him, just watch him for another week or maybe 2 weeks, because he has Chelsea games in the upcoming week anyway. So the fixture is difficult. Richarlison will come back from his ban. You can see how many minutes he gets. So this is what avoid means. So let me jump into the last section now. So in the forward position, I have put Ollie Watkins. Once again, he's a performing forward, and still I have put him in avoid section, just like Mitrovic, because Aston Villa as a team are not being so consistent. Sometimes they're playing good, sometimes they're playing bad, and the fixtures in the upcoming weeks are not very convincing. After the Crystal Palace game, I think it gets really difficult as West Ham, Arsenal, and even after that, the fixtures doesn't seem quite easy. So I think 7.4 million is not a cheap price to invest on anyone. It's a moderate price, and if you invest that much money, I think it should be someone who is at least consistent. And I think Ivan Toney is the right person in this moment. So I would say to avoid Ollie Watkins. Even if you see him for one more week, then the fixture doesn't support him. So I think you have to avoid him anyway. So in the midfield section, I'm talking about Josh Da Silva, and I know I'm gonna be questioned once again, but you have to concentrate on this. Why I'm saying this? I'm not saying Da Silva is a bad pick at 4.6 million. I mean, so many players are trying to replace him with Leon Bailey, but the problem is he's a good midfielder at 4.6 million as a fifth midfielder. He's not so much good as a regular starter, because in both the games, in the first match he came as a sub and played like 30 minutes, and in the second match, even if he started, he played just 61 minutes. So he's definitely not playing every games or full time. So why would you waste a transfer on him right now? I mean, this is just like another Bailey who's just cheaper. Just because he scored 2 goals in 2 matches doesn't mean he's gonna score in every week. And after you take him as he's a central midfielder, definitely he's not going to score or assist in every week. And after you take him with a transfer and then he does not perform in back to back 2 or 3 games, and you will definitely feel frustrated, because you literally wasted a transfer on him. Because he is good. If you are on wildcard, maybe you can take him instead of Andres Pereira as a fifth midfielder, but you should not waste a transfer for him, because you can't just play him every week. He's not that good. He's not going to play 90 minutes. He's not going to give points in every match. So before buying him, I mean, you should really think about whether he is worth a transfer. He is worth a starting place in your 11. I don't think so. So if you are thinking to get him as a regular starter, don't get him. Doesn't matter if his price increases or not. If you are trying to get him as a fifth midfielder, as a bench player, then you can get him in your wildcard, but you don't need to waste any transfer on him. So the last player of this video is Kieran Trippier, another performing player. So in these sections, I normally put all the performing players, because these are the players people try to get, and these are among the performing players. Some players I put in this list whom you should not buy right now. I'm not saying Kieran Trippier is a bad pick at 5 million, but this is not the right time, because in the next 3 fixtures, he has only one fixture where he might get clean sheet, and he might not. So if he does not get clean sheet against Wolves, I think in the next 3 fixtures he does not return you any points. I mean, just 2 points as regular starters, maybe even 1 point in City or Liverpool game. Yeah, there are attacking threats, but normally if you have Kieran Trippier, I'm pretty sure that you won't be comfortable playing him. If you have Kieran Trippier in your team, don't sell him. Just keep him in your bench, and if you don't have a good bench, you can play him, but no need to buy him now, because you can buy him after game week 5 or game week 6 when the fixtures will get greener. So I think he's a good player. He's returning 7 points per match, and he's a good defender at 5 million. But this is not the right time to buy him. Just wait 3 more weeks and then buy him if you want to buy him. So this is the summary of a Game Week 3 buy, sell, keep, avoid video. In the buy section, we have Toney, Rodrigo, and Nathan Ake. In sell, we have Callum Wilson, Pedro Neto, and Andrew Robertson. As a keep section, we have Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. And in avoid section, we have Watkins, Da Silva, and Trippier. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have found this video interesting, or if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, best of luck for this season.